Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you 6 key ways as to how you can keep highly organized, super focused, and really motivated whilst working from home during this lockdown period. And if you are currently in your 9 to 5, or you have small pockets of time because you have family and other commitments, but you really want to start and grow an online business, then this is the channel for you. So all you need to do is just subscribe above. It doesn't matter if you have no prior business experience, or even if you're not really that tech savvy. Charlotte and I will be showing up, sharing weekly videos, sharing just how you can get ahead within your small pockets of time. So you've come to the right place if you're looking for a way to keep super organized and motivated whilst working from home during this lockdown period. Now, as we know, the world has gone into chaos, a lot of disarray in terms of the way we are now having to transition the way that we are working now. A lot of us are now finding that we have to work from home. So we're bringing our 9 to 5 into our home now, but we still have our other commitments. We still have our family constantly there, whether you've got small children or even older children or other dependents that rely on you. So that's why I felt compelled to do this video so that I can share the ways that I manage to keep organized and on top of things, and have that resilience to keep motivated and keep on bouncing back so that I can apply myself to my online business. Because isn't that the dream, for us to one day have a life whereby we are full-time in our online business? Our time is our own. We're no longer exchanging time for money, but we are able to build a successful online business, one that we've designed, one that we've created, and one that we have absolute control of. So let's get going, and with me sharing my 6 key ways. So number 1, I would definitely say, is to have a routine. Routines count for everything because routines create discipline. And once you have discipline in your business, discipline in the way that you construct your day and the way that you go about things, then you're able to start seeing the results a lot more quickly because you're being consistent in what you're doing. So one of the things I would definitely say is that you need to know yourself in order to have the right routine. It's not a one-size-fits-all model, okay? So I just want to debunk that myth. You need to know how you work and how you work best. For example, are you a morning person or a night owl? Now, I used to be a night owl. I used to have all my great ideas, really get creative when it came to the middle of the night. But then, in turn, that would have an impact on me on the next day getting up. But things have slowly started to shift for me, especially since I found myself working from home a lot more in my business. I found that I've become more of a morning person. So just see how you can create your routine around this. Is it the case that you can wake up earlier, maybe before the kids and the rest of the household wake up, so that you can spend an hour or 2 working on your business? Or is it going to bed 1 or 2 hours later? You just need to look at your own individual circumstances and start to adjust your routine timetable to that. And when I talk about working on things, I'm talking about things that are going to help you propel your business. So many people think that starting and growing a successful online business starts off with having a fancy, all singing, all dancing, all bells and whistles website and a logo. These are probably some of the great or key factors. I would definitely say they are still key, but they don't have to come until later on in your business. So when I'm talking about working on your business as opposed to working in your business, I'm talking about things such as producing great content pieces, because that's how you can stand out in the crowded online marketplace, by having content, whether it be written posts, videos, or images, whatever mode of content you want to be creating, but it needs to be compelling content. Also, you should be working on building relationships, actually going out and hanging out online where you think that your ideal audience is hanging out. Is it on Facebook? Is it in particular Facebook groups? Is it on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, maybe even TikTok? You need to start to do your research from early on to find out where your audience is hanging out. And the best way to start off is looking at your competitors, the other people who are crushing it, rocking it in your industry, who are doing really well. Where are they hanging out? Where do you see them showing up? And that's where you need to position yourself. So once you have your routine, I would definitely say that you need to factor in what I call power hours. So these are dedicated, really time-focused power hours whereby you're focusing on these lead generation activities, the nurturing, the relationship building, bringing people into your world, showing them the value that you can give them, building your authority, and that all-important know, like, trust factor. So that essentially applies to the people that don't really know you from Adam, but they are your target audience. You need to find a way to speak out to them so that everything that you put out there resonates with them. And it feels like you're getting into their heads. So every time you start to post something, whether it be written or video post, they're just saying, yes, yes, yes. How does this individual know exactly how I feel, how I'm thinking? That's the way you need to do it to really rock it as an online marketer. The second key way is to have a designated workspace. Now, this is so important because in the beginning, I remember when I got the opportunity to start working from home, I thought, okay, you know, this is going to be great for me. I could start rocking my business from working from the comfort of my bed. But it didn't quite work out that way for me because you become a bit too relaxed, a bit too complacent, I would say, if you're just sitting in your bed with your laptop. So I would definitely say differentiate that side of things from your professional side. So find a nice space or corner in your house. It could even be at your dining table in your dining room. It could be that you've got an office desk or workspace desk in your bedroom, or even if you've got a space under the stairs, maybe create your own little corner, but find somewhere which is definitely distinctive and away from everything else, whereby you can just lock yourself away from the rest of the household, the rest of the world, any distractions, and just get your head down and really bang out those power hours that I've already spoken about in the routine section as part of the keyway number 1. So once you've got that nailed, you then start to feel like you're actually running a business because you're separating your professional from your personal. You've got something just to differentiate when you're stepping into your boss mode, your CEO mode. Keyway number 3 is all about getting ready in the morning. Now, there's a tendency that when you start working from home, and you know, you're not the only one if you're doing it now, there's a tendency where you want to stay in your PJs all day long. And sometimes that can be really uninspiring. You can feel a bit icky, especially if you're in the same thing and you can't really differentiate what's from day and what's from night as well. So I like to get ready in the morning. I like to have a nice shower, really revives me, rejuvenates me. And it feels like I'm walking into a new day. I get ready, I put on some nice clothes, and then I know that I'm going to be stepping into my home office. Okay, so it's so important just to differentiate that. So get ready, set that intention, seize the day. Okay, so number 4 is about having a daily priorities. Now, priorities are your pathway to success because it helps you to keep on track. It helps you to keep focused, and it gives you that clarity of direction as to how you're going to be going forward. So every single given day, I have my priorities as to how or what I'm going to be working on in my business. So I would always encourage you to have up to 4 priorities. I have a total of 3 big priorities that I know I'm going to be working on any given day in my business. Now, remember, all of this is alongside your 9 to 5. So having those daily priorities and that structured routine is so, so important. So the daily priorities should be almost consistent because they're the lead generation priorities. How many people are you going to connect to today? What are you going to be working on? Is it video content? Is it writing out some content posts, posting on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, looking out for podcast opportunities, or getting into other people's Facebook groups? These are all things that should be recurring, something that I term as your non-negotiables as well. Content is queen in this game, if you're listening right now, CEOs. So by having those daily priorities, factoring other things that you've got in your given day is so, so important as well. So of course, if you've got family, you're going to need that balance as well. You're going to need time to spend with the kids, maybe get them ready for any schoolwork they need to be doing at home during this time as well. You're also going to have to factor in when you're actually working in your 9 to 5. So your power hours could fit around that. Maybe you could work from 7 to 8 on power hour number 1, 12 to 1, which is your lunch time on power hour number 2, but remembering to always take lunch and eating in between. That's so, so important. And then maybe you can even squeeze in another hour before bed as well. So you structured your day, but you've also factored in your business activities and priorities as well. So, so important. So the daily priorities and the structured to-do list is key. And I would definitely say factored within that leads us on to keyway number 4, which is all about taking breathers. Sometimes it can be so overwhelming, especially in the world today where so much is going on. You've got a new routine, you're trying to readjust to everything. It's so important to start taking breathers so that you don't become overwhelmed or you don't experience burnout so quickly. If you're just consuming yourself in every activity, you're not giving yourself any breaks. So take breathers, whether it be in the morning, going for a nice long walk before you settle down into your business activities or your 9 to 5 activities, or maybe at lunchtime just to break up your day, or even in the evening as well. Take a breather. It doesn't have to necessarily be about going outside your house, going for long walks. Even within your house, take a breather. Go to another room. Maybe read a book, 10 pages of a good book, or watch something just to take your mind away from what you were doing before, okay? So, so important. And then the last, but by no means least, key way is all about having a cutoff point. So you've got your whole day structured out. You know what you're going to be doing from beginning to end, but you do need to have a cutoff point whereby you wind down and you stop that professional side of things and move into your personal time. This is so, so important for your mental space as well. If you want to keep going, juggling all these commitments, because having a business is a huge undertaking and responsibility, but doing that alongside your 9 to 5, your family, and any other commitments that you've got, it's a lot going on. So have that cutoff point. Maybe it might be by 7 o'clock, you know you want to wind down because that's dinner time for you or the family. So how I do it is that, again, using my planner, which is basically my lifeline, I plan and plot everything in my planner and it's really, really well structured. I know that I can take my planner out and start to tick off all the priorities that I've set for the given day. Also go through my structured to-do list, because the way my plan is mapped out is that on one side, I've got my priorities and how many people I'm going to connect with. And then on the other side, I've got my structured to-do list, which is set out hour by hour. So by 7 o'clock, I know I need to be winding down. So I start to tick off all the bits that I've gone through and completed, and I feel really accomplished by doing so. And it gives me that little boost of energy thinking, this has been quite a productive day. This is so, so important, especially for your mindset, to know that you're actually making some headway in what you're doing. So once you've done that, I would definitely say spend about 5 minutes max, don't have to be any more, starting to set out your priorities for the next day. And then once you do that, you know that this is officially coming to the point of you just winding down because you set out the priorities for the next day. And then turn down or just, pull down the lid of your laptop, maybe put your phone on silent as well, so that you know you're now moving into your personal time, your self-care time, whatever you've got planned for that evening ahead. So I hope that today's video has been useful. Please do let me know in the comments field how you found this video and if you've had any takeaways from it, because I would love to produce more content about what exactly I do working from home, balancing a 9 to 5 and my other commitments as well. I want to share back so that I can help you get ahead in your business and really start to see the impact and success that you truly deserve as well. So you can see more of what Charlotte and myself do, not only on this YouTube channel, but over in our free community on Facebook, which is entitled The Female Entrepreneur Collective, From Side Hustle to Startup, whereby we share a lot of value content and posts alongside different videos as well. So please do check that out. The link is below, and I will be back next week with another video training for you.